All right. Good afternoon, family. What's going on? What's good? What is good? What is going on? If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do so. It's been almost a year since I've been on here. A lot of reason why I kind of stopped recording videos because a lot of times the powers that be there shadow banning my videos. So because of a lot of the profane language I was using and all that, so I'm trying to cut down on that because I do want my videos to get seen. I'm trying to get a message out to people to keep them aware of what's going on. And once again, if you like what you see here, please subscribe to this channel because that will get my videos out there and hopefully I can get more subscribers. So thank you very much. I am so happy that black people are starting to wake up. They're starting to see the BS for what it is with the Democratic Party. And it definitely shows because Joe Biden is losing a lot of black support that he was getting. Because what he got back in 2021, he had a lot of uh, black folks backing him up, and he's making all these false promises, and he hasn't even done half of what he promised to do. Like he said, he like just like we got his back, he's going to have ours. That didn't happen. As soon as he got in there, the first thing he gave was the Asian American and Pacific Islander a hate crime bill. They've been only been going through stuff for 1 year and they get a hate crime bill, but black folks been going through uh, stuff way longer. Let's just say 400 years or more. We've been going through a lot, but these folks get a hate crime bill. Nothing personal, but uh, we should have got a hate crime bill first. And but other than that, I'm glad black people are seeing the BS for what it's worth, and I tip my hat off to them. Because I woke up, what woke me up from the Democratic Party after the bad deal we got from Barack Obama, because he did absolutely nothing for black people. He did absolutely zero, nothing, nada. And you got a lot of these Democrat shills will come to you and tell them, you don't know what you're talking about. Obama did for black people. Okay, name some of the things that he's done. Then they can't name them. Then they always want to say, well, it was the Republicans. It was the Republicans. They're the ones that were stopping him from pushing stuff through for black people. What did he try to push through in the Republican-controlled Congress said no to it? If you actually do your research when Barack Obama got first elected, the 2 years of his first 4-year term, the House and Senate was Democratic controlled. He should have done something then. Get some kind of legislation pushed through for black people, like a hate crime bill. He did absolutely nothing. And the second time, when he got reelected, the House and Senate was Republican controlled. So he used that as an excuse not to do nothing. But they tried to make y'all believe the whole 8 years he was in it. It was the Republicans. The Republicans wouldn't do this. The Republicans wouldn't do that. He submitted absolutely nothing to get done for black people. And if you think I'm lying, just look it up yourself. But a lot of you Democratic shills is not going to do that. You won't do that, you know. And then before you elected Joe Biden, if you watch to what he was saying to Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club, excuse me, and he said a lot of crazy stuff. You know, what bothers me, the most is that Biden said to Charlemagne and basically to us, if you have a hard time figuring out who to vote for between myself and Trump, that you ain't black. That's an insult. Then he says, if you let the orange man and the Republicans win, you'll be back in change, which is another insulting thing that he said. And y'all still voted for this guy. Joe Biden has a history of racism. say he didn't want his kids growing up in a cultural jungle or something like that. He also was following an actual Klansman, Robert Byrd, Sean Thurman, who was also a racist, and they used to do a lot of things, come with a lot of crazy bills to keep black folk in jail, and y'all still voted for this man. This man has a deep hate for black folks, and and it's really sad. It's really sad that y'all still voted for this guy. He got it. He got Bill Clinton to sign that 1994 crime bill into law, and I mean the list goes on and on and on. Well, I think it was some kind of awards, something like he called LL Cool J a big strong boy. I mean, and you just sitting there, this man, it's really sad and pathetic. A lot of you black Democrat shills love to. Let me put it this way: there are two things that most of y'all love, most of you black folks love, is a white Jesus and the Democratic Party. Y'all defend them to the most extreme. You know, uh, it's what has the Democratic Party done for you, since they're your friends since 1964. Please don't come in here with your trolling and your uh, tether babbling and all that. And if there's some of you going to say, well, what has the Republicans done for black people? What have they done? Okay, first of all, you don't vote Republican, so you can't really put them into the equation here. Almost 90% of you are giving your votes away to Democrats. So you really can't fault the Republicans. The Republicans mainly don't do anything for anybody unless you're rich. Okay? But you have been voting for your friends, the Democrats. None of you can actually get on here and say about what have Democrats done for you. I tell you what they do. They take your votes and give tangibles or resources to other groups of people. Look at the illegal immigration. I mean, they come across that border by the millions. And Biden and the Democrats, they're not putting these people here for nothing. They see that most of us are waking up. We're starting to demand tangibles, right? We're starting to demand that shit. We're demanding a hate crime bill. We're demanding for this. We're demanding for that. But they're bringing in these people to replace the black vote, also to replace us with our jobs, and this is going to affect everybody. White folks, y'all talking crazy and telling, well, you need to get you need because you don't like to do it. A lot of you people ain't gonna go here and work for $7 or $8 an hour either. So let's not talk about black folks. A lot of y'all ain't gonna do it either because you really can't live off of that. Because once you before you get your paychecks, there's taxes that has to come out: federal, state, unemployment tax, city tax, and God knows all kinds of taxes. And once you get your paycheck off $7 or $8 an hour, you can't even pay your rent with that. So let's not go there and talk about black folks are lazy. And speaking of somebody calling us black folks lazy, Plies. The things that you said, sir, is very ignorant. You really talking like a Democrat shill. Okay, are you gonna work for $7, $8 an hour? No, because you get your money by selling rap music. Okay, and this is another thing, black people. We got to stop listening to a lot of these entertainers. Okay, got to stop listening to them because they are getting paid. They are getting paid by the Democrats to lead you to a burning house. Okay, they're leading you there. Stop listening to these entertainers like, for instance, quite a few here. Stop listening to Charlemagne. And there's quite a few things I have to say about Charlemagne the God. First of all, he's playing both sides of the fence. Okay, he's playing both sides. One minute he's saying, I saw the videos. One minute he's saying that Trump is a whole lot better than Joe Biden. And if you want to get right down to it, Trump was the lesser of the two evils, because when Trump was in office, when Trump was in the White House, uh, food we could afford to buy. Food prices was reasonable. The gas price was damn near almost $1.90 a gallon. Okay. Now, except up in Washington State, no, the gas was almost like $5-6 up there. This was back in 2016, 2017, when I was still living up there. But most of the other places, other states, food and gas prices was affordable. Black folks had businesses, you know, but soon as Trump got out of office, and this is what y'all voted for, you know, and I had a lot of friends, a lot of family members got mad at me, stopped speaking to me because I refused to vote for Joe Biden. But don't get me wrong, the first time I didn't vote for Trump either, and then when it was time for Trump to get reelected, I didn't vote for him then, right? I didn't vote for him nor Biden, and I made it absolutely clear I was not going to vote for Joe Biden. For what? For what? And none of you still can't tell me what the Democrats have done for you, okay? But stop listening to Charlemagne the Fraud. Y'all need to stop listening. And quite a few people. Stop listening to Tiffany Cross. I know Black American brothers, y'all shouldn't even be listening to her, because she was getting on, when she was at MSNBC, she used to talk really crazy and talk down on Black men, because it has something to do with the sister that was trying to run for governor in Georgia. Can't think of her name right now. Probably because she ain't about nothing. Stacey Abrams, right? And then you know she was running the game. And think about it, Black men still actually ended up voting for her, and she still didn't win. You can't blame Black men for that, Stacey Abrams, because you know why? Do you really want to know why? It's because most of the population in Georgia are white. That's why you didn't win. And a lot of the white women didn't vote for you either. So don't blame Black men. Blame the white people that didn't vote for you. Okay? Angela Rye, stop listening to her. Another Democrat shield. Amanda Seals. I definitely can't stand her. You know, she's out here campaigning, wanting Black people to start talking up for Palestinians. Black folks, I wouldn't talk up for Palestinians, and I wouldn't talk up for Israelis. Let's keep it a buck. Neither one of those people do not care about Black folks. That's not our fight. That's their fight. We got our own problems. Stop listening to D.L. Hughley, a wannabe activist, okay? Stop listening to him, because he's just trying to get a bag, you know? And I didn't like how Vivica Fox, what's her name? Chad Johnson's sister, Selena Johnson, right? And who else? Chick that was in the Players Club. I can't even think of her name right now, but they was really going at it with Ice Cube on why he didn't talk to them. Oh, now I remember, I'm going to bring that up. Lisa Ray. Okay. And Ice Cube pretty much gave her start on the Players Club movie, even though she really wasn't saying anything when they were going at it with Ice Cube, but she should have talked up for him. I think she should have backed Ice Cube up. And another thing too, he never talked to Joe Biden about this thing with Black America. He never, but he's gonna send Kamala Harris out there. But then she wants Killer Mike and D.L. Hughley to talk to Ice Cube, and Ice Cube declined. I wouldn't blame him, because they're not the president. Killer Mike and D.L. Hughley are not the president. Neither one of those cats are not the president. Nothing personal, but Killer Mike, he's okay, but there's a few things I don't agree with him on when it comes to these candidates running for president. Dear Hugh, I just don't agree with nothing he says. You know, I can say other things about him, but I'm not going. I'm just going to leave it there. Stop listening to Roland Martin because he loves to get on his little podcast and talk down on black folks. You're stupid. You're really fucking stupid. You're not going to vote Democrat. You're not going to vote Democrat. And you notice he doesn't talk about the illegal immigrants that's coming into this country. And speaking of that, right? Speaking of that, these people are actually breaking the law. These illegal migrants, these illegal immigrants, they're actually breaking the law. Instead of them calling them criminals, Biden and the Democrats are calling them dreamers. Dreamers. They're actually breaking the daggone law, but they call them dreamers. They're bringing in these people to replace us in our black vote. Because we're asking for stuff now. We're demanding stuff now. We're actually demanding stuff. We're starting to wake up, and I'm proud. And also, too, Candace Owens. There's a lot of things that Candace Owens says, and I don't agree with. But I agree with her on one thing, that black Americans need to get off the Democratic Party plantation. I agree with her 100%, totally 100% with her on that one. But some rest of the other things she says, that's that's kind of out in left field. Larry Elder, I don't really care too much for that brother either. But I was so glad when he got on with Charlemagne on one of those podcasts. It could have been the Breakfast Club, but I actually watched that video, and Larry Elder was letting him have it. He was letting Charlemagne have it. He was like, why would you let an old, decrepit ass old racist white man gonna tell you that if you can't figure out who to vote for between him and Trump, then you ain't black. And Charlemagne, he always talks. He's talking two sides of the fence. 1 minute he's talking crazy about Joe Biden, but then how can you say, "Well, I voted for Kamala Harris"? How could you be voting for Kamala Harris when Joe Biden was running for president? Kamala Harris had already dropped out of the race. So how is that? That's trying to explain. You trying to get all the heat off of you, Charlemagne. Really. Also, too, I can also say you should stop listening to is MSNBC's Joy Reid. Joy Reid, I am not a Russian bot. Okay? A lot of things, a lot of the black news media that come on here on YouTube, a lot of them are not Russian bots. Stop that with your propaganda, Joy Reid. And the thing about it, she's not even a foundational black American anyway. Her nor Roland Martin. Neither one of them are foundation black Americans. Neither one of them. But November is just right around the corner, y'all. And y'all got to figure out, what's it going to be. I'm gonna be just be straightforward. I don't follow a party, right? I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. But what I do is read some of these candidates' policies. And this is where we keep messing up. Y'all keep voting blue no matter who, instead of checking these people's policies. What is it they have to offer you? Stop just voting out of the clear blue sky, just voting, just to be voting. And it's just taking it and just throw it up in the air and hope where it lands. Got to stop doing that. We have got to stop doing that. Read these people's policies first. Okay, let's say Donald Trump. I don't care too much for Donald Trump, but I'm not against him either. And I don't support illegal immigration. I don't. And please, I'm giving you heads up, you Democrat shills and tethers, do not come on here trying to attack me because I will not listen to you. I won't even respond to you. I'm just going to block you. This is for the people that want to hear the truth and nothing but the truth. And even though I'm not a Republican, but what is it to you if I am, even though I'm not? And if I decide to vote for Republican on their policies like closing the borders and deporting, that's what I'm for. Because this is going to hurt us more than it hurts anybody else. See, these white folks, they're not saying that right now, but until they start putting those immigrants, these illegal immigrants, into their neighborhoods, then they're gonna really do something. I'm all for closing those borders. That's a tangible. I'm all for closing those borders and deporting these people out of here. A lot of them are coming in here. This is illegal. What they're doing, they are breaking the law. And Biden is just giving these people money, giving them housing, having them sleeping in hotels and motels. But then we have our own Americans that's sleeping out here in the streets in these cold winters. But you making room for these illegal immigrants, people that's breaking the law. And a lot of the homeless out here are veterans. I'm a military veteran myself. Vote for policy, you guys. You have to start voting on policy. Because if you continue to keep voting blue, no matter who, this is what is going to continue to happen. Because believe it or not, they are trying to erase us, and they're trying to replace us with these immigrants because the Democrats right now would do anything to stay in power. And you also have Jamal Bowman out of New York. He's talking about a $14 trillion plan or whatever, right? But you got to look at it like this. There's a lot of things I don't agree with that. Number one, a lot of us can't go to college, right? A lot of us are too old. I already have a college degree, and I still can't get a job. Okay, so why am I like a man that's nearly 60 years old trying to go back to school? That's just a con game. It's just a stall tactic, right? And as far as concerned about those reparations, $330,000 or something like that. That's nothing. And they want to pay you that in the installments. No, I disagree with that. We need to be getting at least something close to $1 million and a down payment of that by $450,000. Put that as a down payment. But we're not giving up no votes. We're not giving up our votes until we get tangibles. We need tangibles, and we need a hate crime bill. So you're not going to get a lot of us to vote for you still, Democrats. We need that money up front. We need at least half of that down. We need at least 450,000 to 500,000. Then we can talk. But other than that, you're not going to get our damn vote. And then as soon as you get it, then you leave your asses for us to kiss like you always do. Oh, you sound like you're a Republican. This is what I'm going to hear from the Democratic Shills and Texas. Oh, you sound like you're a Republican. No, I sound like a black man that's fed up. We have been voting for these people since 1964, the year that I was born. 60 years. We haven't gotten anything from the Democrats. This has got to stop. Black people, don't fall for that stalling tactic that Jamal Bowman and the Democrats are trying. To see if they're sincere, you tell the Democrats, well, I'm going to say it like this. We need a down payment between $450,000 to $500,000. Then we can talk. Because we need those reparations. And we're already a permanent underclass because of us voting blindly, voting blue, no matter who. Check these people's policies. And I tell you what, is not going to get a vote for me. That's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's not getting my vote. He doesn't even support reparations. He doesn't. He doesn't even support reparations. He's talking about loans. We already tried that. We already redlined as it is on getting loans. A lot of us can't even get loans. No, if I have to get a house, I need my reparations. And we need a down payment before we even do anything. You know, and like I said, if you guys still vote for Joe Biden, you know, we're done. And please don't listen to Charlemagne the God when he's Charlemagne the fraud. I meant when he's saying that if Trump gets in, right, democracy is finished. That's another scare tactic. Don't let these black celebrities scare y'all. They don't scare me no more because what more can they do to me? They're not giving us nothing as it is anyway, but all other groups. And now you got these Americans. I seen the one guy up in Chicago. He was really talking crazy. Telling you lazy, you nothing for you, nothing for you. You're lazy, you lazy. Man, this is ridiculous. We've got to come together, black people. And a lot of these immigrants, you would think that they will come over here to unify with us, but they don't either. A lot of them don't. They get online and talk crazy too, saying that we're lazy, we're no good, we're not this, we're this, and we're not this, but we're that, and da 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 da. You know, they can mix with some of the crap they're talking about. I ain't paying them no attention, none. You know, but we have got to learn to think for ourselves and stop letting these people tell us what to do. You know, DJ Vlad, he blocked me from off X because I told him off. It's like, man, first of all, who made you a spokesperson for black folk? Who? It wasn't me. You know, I said, man, first of all, tell them we don't need a revenue, we need a college education. A lot of our old behinds can't go back to school. You clown, you idiot. Stay the hell out of black folks' business. Then you got a lot of these culture vultures, trying to talking like they got 5 on it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 on that. That was a 50-50. That was a 50-50. Fat Joe, he another one that blocked me on X because I confronted him. John Leguizamo, I got on him. They're just so much into our business. And black people, stop with this people of color, black and brown. These people are not trying to unify with us. Stop it. Please. Please. And in November, I just hope that we make the right decisions. Like I said, I'm going to vote for the one that's going to close these borders and deport these people out of here. So I'm not going to say that. You should know. And like I said, I'm only voting for this guy because there's nobody else that's going to close the borders and get these illegal immigrants out of here.